In France, over 20% of the population suffers from a chronic disease. Faced with this growing number of patients and the sheer volume of data involved in monitoring them, medical teams are finding that the time they devote to each patient is limited. This time should be devoted to diagnosis, patient care and management, rather than information gathering, which is currently accounts for 50% of consultation time. This is where SêMEIA steps in. We mobilize her expertise in medical data to offer MedicWise, a platform that allows automatic data collection without manual input. And by using advanced algorithm and AI techniques, it processes and personalizes restitution of health data according to each patient profile. It also identifies potential risks to a patient's state of health in order to bring it to the attention of the care team at an early stage, thus enabling them to make the best possible medical decisions without waiting for the patient's state of health to deteriorate. So, for example, we can detect comorbidities, identify breaks in the care pathway, and results of biological analysis that deviate from the patient's normal state of health. Her remote medical monitoring solution, which is one of the practical applications of her technology, has been in use for 5 years in nephrology and has subsequently been deployed in other pathologies such as solid organ transplant follow-up, oncology, rheumatology, and mental health. Deployment is simple and turnkey, and the solution can easily be interoperated with other partner solutions. So we can ask ourselves how to ensure an appropriate and personalized care for patients with chronic diseases when they leave the hospital, given that the medical time is increasingly limited. MedicWise, a digital medical device, is used by medical and care teams as well as patients. This digital tool is often backed up by a specific organization that depends on the context of each hospital. Let's take the example of nephrology. So first, a prescription is issued by a nephrologist to a patient with stage 4 chronic kidney disease. And once consent has been obtained, the patient is then trained by the SêMEIA nurse team. Second, data is then automatically collected according to the care plan defined on the basis of the patient's profile. So for example, clinical data are collected via connected objects, such as blood pressure and weight. Also, biological analyses carried out in town are automatically returned in a standardized way and in a single unit so that they can be read and their progress tracked. Furthermore, we collect the patient's care pathways as it is identified on the basis of health insurance data. It is then brought to the attention of the care team to facilitate follow-up and the smooth running of the patient's care. Third, data is then analyzed intelligently and protocols defined by the care team are applied. So, for example, there can be alerts if a certain GFR threshold is exceeding. Last but not least, there is an intuitive up-to-the-minute report to help you make informed decisions. A structured summary of all the key information for each patient is then made available to the care team.